Okay, welcome to the Moti Record Studio. My name is James Hockley, also known as Pixel Freak, and we're going to be doing a track in 1 hour tonight. I'm actually having to record it instead of broadcast it live because my internet connection has gone down right in the middle of doing it. So if you were watching it this evening, I apologise for that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to start again, and we're going to do it in 4 sections. We're going to do 15 minutes for drums and bass section. We're going to do 15 minutes for top line and melody section, and we're going to do an arrangement section in 15 minutes and a mixdown in 15 minutes. So we have the whole track done in an hour. Now if you want to get the parts for this track, you need to go over to motirecords.com, scrolling across the bottom of the screen right now, go to motirecords.com, sign up for the mailing list, and you get all the parts for the tracks, all the parts of the previous tracks, all the sample packs. You'll get all the loads of free music, loads of videos, loads of DJ mixes, all that kind of stuff, all for free. And all we've got to do is pop your email address in that little box on motirecords.com. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel below. And we're going to crack on. Now tonight it's going to be slightly different. I'm going to do it actually all inside one program. I've done previous ones have all been done in different programs and swapping about and doing all that kind of stuff. This one I thought, because I've had some feedback on it saying it'd be quite good to see how you do it in like one single program. I'm going to be using Logic 10 tonight, and we're going to do the whole thing in there with plugins and like no hardware tonight. So that means I can give you plugin presets and things as well. So all cool. Let's crack on. I'm going to show you just the screen most of the time tonight. So I'm going to switch over to the screen just now, and then we'll get going. Okay, so make sure we've got everything running here. Okay, so you see my screen here, so I'm going to open up a new session. If you were watching earlier, I did start a session earlier. It's going to go and save that. But I'm just decided to start again from scratch because it's going to be easier. 1 hour of house, episode 5. Okay, we're going to keep everything all inside one folder, and I'm going to get rid of my Monotribe sync track just here by pressing the H key and hiding it and turning the track off. I'm not using Monotribe tonight, and we're going to get rid of the MPC track as well. We don't need to have that either. I'm not going to worry about using that this evening. I do most of the time I write in that, but we're going to be using other stuff tonight. So I am actually going to go into, I'm going to do it slightly differently. I'm going to do it all in Logic plugins. So I'm going to go into Ultrabeat, and we're going to load a kit into Ultrabeat here. The one we had before was quite nice. It was Deep House Kit. Yeah, that'll do. Let's have some of that. Okay. So I'm going to just put a pattern in here. Now I'm going to program it inside Ultrabeat. So you can do that with its own sequencer down the bottom here. All you need to do is to just give it an empty sequence. So you've got all these sequences. With anything with SQ on it here means it has a sequence in it. So I'm going to give it a different sequence that hasn't got that. It's a blank sequence now. Turn the sequencer on. Press play, and that's now playing. Now whatever note I choose here, this is what I'm going to program here. So I'm going to put in kick drums straight across like that. Okay, now I want to find a snare. So I want to go to this sound. So you can program it in just like that. Hi-hats. Now, interesting, you can actually program it by either clicking up here, or you can draw it in down here. By clicking across. Turn that one off. And changing the velocities on it, which is quite a nice way of doing it. Okay, let's do something like that on it. So I'm going to click on that sound. Let's repeat that again. On the end there. Bring the body, then the okay. I'm just going to put that on the offbeat. Okay, so that's the pattern. And what we're going to do now is just drag this pattern onto the track. So I'm going to pick it up from this little button down here, just drag to arrange window and drop it in front like that, and it puts the whole pattern in there. Turn the sequencer off, and you've got the pattern playing from inside the arrangement. Now what I'm going to do now is to, in here somewhere, wherever they put it, you've got where they moved it to, let's look up here. It was on MIDI transform. Is it transform? They move it around all over the place in here. That's pitch. I'm looking for something that used to be called D-Mix. People are probably shouting at me now. It's there, it's there. Split. No. Repeat, join, move, trim, convert. No. You used to be able to D-Mix by MIDI notes, so it would actually split it into separate MIDI notes for you. Okay, not to worry about that for the moment. Must be here somewhere. It must be. I've got one more look for it. Deselect and move to playhead position. Shuffle left, shuffle right. No. Trim. No. Split. Come on, Logic, where have you put it? Quantize, no. Double speed, half speed, no. No. Okay, well, wherever they've put it. Okay, not to worry about that for the moment. We'll just I'll just do it manually. I'm just going to duplicate a few more beats here, and we'll just copy them down. Basically, I want to have each drum on its own track. Now, I know you can do it by separating out the outputs on the actual unit itself, but that just takes too long. This also takes too long now, but it's going to be faster. So I'm just going to do this very quickly. Just by highlighting everything here and dropping that down. I'm going to need one more. I need to get rid of all that. Okay, one's got. Oh, we got one. Here's one more there. I don't need that one. Okay. Take those 2 tracks out there. Perfect. Okay, so let's just copy that across there with the Alt key. Okay. There's our beat. So we're going to get a bassline sound now. I've got a stereo bass sound on here, which is one that I've used. These sounds on the bottom here are basically all the sounds that I've used. I've made them and used them for different tracks. These ones here are like my presets, if you like, are there. So we can take this and edit this. This is a detuned bass sound. So I'm just going to see the detune there is on 7 semitones. Get like that sort of dead mousey stab to it. I'm going to make it like that. It's a bit more Juno, a bit more Jupiter 8 type sound. Let's play that again. That's quite nice, a bit different from before. That we'll do it this way around. So let's put that in record. Okay, let's go in and just quantize that. So we're going to do Command A to highlight all the notes, press Q to quantize it. Let's just put that note on the end there as well. So it's going to hold down, hold the note, hold the Alt key, and copy it. Now you have to hold it, do it. The logic's very strange. You have to do things in certain ways. You can see if I hold the Alt key down, it does different. It's giving me the spyglass. I don't want the spyglass. I want to copy it. So you have to click the note first and then hold the Alt key down and let you copy it. Go and just edit the sound a little bit. All right, quite nice. So that's our drums and groove section. The first section going on there. Let's just set up for the next section, which is the top line and melody parts. So the kind of melody, higher end parts of it, if you like. So let's just start the timer again there. Just slightly less than 15 minutes in that last section, so that's good. All right, so let's go to something like retro synth. We're going to keep it. We're going to keep it quite. Well, we're going to keep it very all logic. We're going to go all logic synths tonight. Let's do it nice and simple. We've got a preset on here still. Let's see what we've got on here. So let's use one of the MIDI effects you get in Logic 10. Doing arpeggiator, let's do that. So let's just play around with some sounds on here. Distorted. Let's just bring some levels down. Just go to to the mixer with the X key. Knock all the drums down a bit. This isn't the mix section, she's just getting everything so we can hear it properly. Okay. Let's hold those 5 notes down there and just play that in. Let's record that in. Then we'll fiddle around a bit more with the sound. Get rid of the mixer with the X key. Okay, so we're going. So here we go. So let's get all the notes aligned and quantized. Make sure they go to the right lengths. Let's get them so they go there actually. Let's just do it so it does it every bar. Using the Alt key to drag them around. Let's just get this. Whoop. Yeah, okay, it's not too bad. It's not all that though. Let's just go and see if we can find something on the retro synth instead. It's okay. So the great thing about having the MIDI effects is whatever synth you put in underneath it, it does the same thing. You just keep playing around with the sounds. So already that sounds better. Okay, where's my amp envelope? Okay. Okay, that's alright. It's not bad at all, actually. That's quite nice. I sound surprised. Shouldn't sound that surprised, really. Let's just call this bass. Bass. And we've got the kick on here. We've got snare. Is it on there? Snare. Hats. Perk 1. Shaker. I'm going to call that R. we go. So obviously we're going to do the Mixdown a bit later on, but this is just knocking through the bits. Now we need to get a pad sound in here now. Now I'm going to go to Alchemy for this, I think. What else could we go for? Actually, no. Let's have a look at another go at ES2 and just see what we've got in synth strings. I don't know why everything's panned over. That's quite nice. Let's try some of that on there. Bring the volume down a bit. Let's do 2 parts on that. Whoa! What notation up there? So let's just come zoom out a bit using Control and arrow keys, and we'll just loop this across a few more times, just so we can get that all those parts in there. This gives me enough to record over, like that. Okay, let's record it in. Okay, so let's just quantize all those. Separate all these off as well. Use your scissors tool. Okay, so strings. Okay, now let's get one more instrument. We're going to get what we're going to get. Let's get another idea. Let's get another AS2. Have you got any synth keyboards? What's this sound like? No, it's a bit too fairgroundy. What's that sound like? Okay, we're going to have to use something that's not Logic. We're going to have to use the, just save it quickly. I'm going to have to use UVI. Let's go and get that M1 piano, house piano. 4 minutes left. Okay, we've got enough time to do this, I think. There we go. I need digital sensations, DS1, keys, power piano. That's what we want to do. We could just go and get the M1 piano. This is the same thing, so we might as well just use this. So what we call it. Sounds like okay, let's try that one there. Might not work over all of it, but it might work as a little extra bit. Okay. Just record that in that first 4 bars there, and we can see what's going on here. Okay, let's just quantize all of that, edit all of that, Command A, quantize. Perfect. Okay, so we come P come up piano roll, and then we can repeat this 3 times using Command R for repeat. It may not work over all of it, but we'll work that out if we do the arrangement. That work better over there. Let's just take this out here a second. No, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Repeat that once. Okay, there we go. Back in there again. Okay, so how much we got left? We've got 10 seconds left. Alright, so I don't think there's much time left to do anything else on there, so we're just going to highlight those last tracks and delete them and just do a save. There's the alarm. Okay, so we're now into arrangement session, so I'm just going to zoom out a bit more on there. Now I always tend to start off about a minute in on the timeline at the top. Let's start the timer again here, and then we'll just start doing an arrangement. So we start off with some kick drums, so about a minute in. Actually, let's do it from there. Let's do it from here. Start it there. Actually, no, let's just start it over 21. That'll do. So we loop it from here. Let's change the cycle range. And we've got to take a click off. And maybe start it with the strings on it. And then we'll just repeat that once. And maybe bring the hi-hats in. repeat that again. Once more on there. What else can we bring in there? Actually, maybe that should be baseline coming in there. Actually, let's bring that across there, and that should come in here. That's better. Click that once over there. Okay. Okay, bring that little percussion in there. Let's bring the whole thing across here to 1 minute so I know where we are. Let's start in. Over here, so you can see at the top. It's around about one minute, so that little second one there you're looking at, for some reason it starts everything at 1 hour. Don't know why that is, but there we go. Okay, so now we know where we are, we can see how long we're going to go. So that's 30 seconds, so 2 minutes 20 here. We can drop that in. Start bringing the arpeggiator in here. Just using the Alt key to drag these things around here. Just dragging them across there. Okay, little break there. Bring that shaker in. Let's drop it to bass. Whoop. That was just me holding down Control and Alt together, which gives you the zoom tool so you can zoom in. You just click to go back out again with them held down. So now we're going to get that piano. Put in here. And it's going to start there. Now I'm going to change a couple of these parts there, that one, and then this one. I'm going to change the chords there so that they act on that string, so we've got that string change just before it drops. Here comes the piano. It's with the end song marker. This little fella at the top here. First one out there. Then we're going to put in the snare drum here. We're going to do a snare roll on it. So I'm just going to hold the Alt key down and copy them all the way across. Like that. And again like that. That one and that one. And that one. Using that Alt key just to copy them across like that. So it goes. And then we want to give it a bit of drama. We're going to just get the marquee tool. Is that right? Or just do that? Finger tool, is it? Is it pencil tool? Pencil tool, that's right. And just bring it up like that. Just couldn't remember which tool it was in a minute. I've used Logic for a little while for doing this. Okay. Alright, come out the piano roll on there. And then we're just going to go back to this. Not with that lot though, with this lot here. Like that, but with the piano on it as well. Whoa. Not like that, we're not. Take the strings out for there for a moment. Back in here. And then bring the hats back in there. Obviously this will sound a bit better once you've mixed it. We're not worrying about the mixing, we're worrying about getting the structure right. Okay, let's just do those three across there like that. With that and that there. Come on, Logic, keep up. Right, there we go. These two here, there. That's it. Okay, and then repeat that. Let's do 3 more times. And then we just drop each bit out. snare drum out. Look at which bit should drop out. There we go. And we just take that last note off that very last bass line. And leaves that one there. Save that. And that's pretty much our arrangement. Let's just have a quick check, see what we're doing for time. We've got 2 minutes 43 seconds. So I'll tell you what we're going to do then. I'm going to just go and move all the kick triggers across so that when we come to mix it, we put the compressors on it, it will be able to trigger it properly. Let's move them over here so they come back in. I always basically position them wherever the kicks are going to come in to start with, and then we worry about moving them if we need to. We need two more. There we go. Okay. Don't need those two there either. Let's get rid of those, and let's get rid of those. So we don't need any of them anywhere else. We've got those there. And using the Pro Tools key command, which is using Command M to mute instead of M to mute, which is what it is in Logic. So just mute the bits at the front, and should probably put. We've got a minute left. Let's have a quick go at. Let's just import. Add an audio file. We're going to import it's last week's track, but we need to come put a crash cymbal in there or something like that. So let's go to my samples folder, and let's go to find my folder I always use for crash cymbals, which is Techno Trance Essentials. It's one of my oldest sample packs, and it's got this crash cymbal sound in it that I've used for years and years. Number 5, add, done. Convert file. So because I'm running it in 48k, it's just telling me I need to just convert the file. So we're going to pop one in here. I'm just going to go and randomly pop them in so that they fire in kind of the right places. We can always move them if we need to when we're doing the mixdown. There's the timer. I'm just going to finish popping these in here really quickly. There, one in there, one in there where the strings come back in, probably one in there, and that's it. So that's the arrangement. Let's zoom out quickly and have a quick look at that. There's our arrangement there. We'll save that and let's set another timer, and then we'll do the mixdown. So, timer started. Let's do the mixdown. Now I'm going to go to the mix window, and we are going to just highlight all the drum tracks here, and we're going to Command A and turn them all red because I like red. For that, we're going to make the bass blue colour. Dark blue would be quite nice if I can find a darker blue than that. That's not purple. That'll do. Okay. Arp strings can be yellow. And piano, let's make the piano orange. Symbol is a drum, so it's red. I need to just move the symbol up here like this. And I like doing this because it makes it easier to see when you're mixing what's what. Now I'm going to just highlight everything here. And you see we've got all the track names over here. We've got all the track colours. And you can actually go into name and colour and do name region by tracks, and it renames all the regions by the names of the tracks. And then we can do colour regions by tracks, and it colours all the regions by that. Makes it all look nice and makes it a lot easier to understand and see. Okay, so go back to the mix window again. I'm going to highlight everything across to there apart from the output, put it all down so we've got nothing playing at all. I'm going to move to a section that's got pretty much everything playing, which would be this one over here, and just do a little cycle region around there. And that means that I can mix with everything. I know everything's going to be in. Now I'm going to just put all the drums through a bus like I normally do when I'm in Pro Tools, by highlighting them all, and then we're just going to choose a bus. I'm going to choose bus 32. There we go. And it's maybe an auxiliary output here for that, so we can call that drums. I'm going to right click it and say create track, and it's going to give me a track in the arrange window, which means I can control, if I need to automate the drums, I can actually automate them all in one go if I wanted to do that. So let's go back, mix window, and now you'll see the kicks playing through this drum channel here. So let's put a EQ on it. As I said, we're going to use Logic EQs. We're not going to use anything fancy, just so you can see what I'm doing with it. Okay, that sounds nice. Compressor on it as well. Make it VCA. Yeah. Nice, okay. Need to play back with it too much. Okay, so before we put an EQ on this one, stick a little reverb on it. Excuse me. Just a tiny reverb, really. We don't really want anything big at all. And just mix it in just by changing the wet. There we go, that'll do. Just so you notice it, if you turn it off, it's gone, it's on. Perfect. Lovely, that'll do. Now we can give it a bit of EQ. We can just double click the EQ window at the top and it brings it up for us. Take out any low end that may be getting in the way from the sample. Let's bring the whole channel up here. Okay, so there we go. And we've got to put a bit of compression on it as well. Vintage VCA is my favourite. Okay. A bit less reverb now we've got that on there. It's better. Right. We put him down a bit. Just want it best not to look at the screen whilst you're balancing the drums. Okay, let's pan the hi-hats. Double click the EQ area again. And just pull out. You make sure that hi-hat is really bright at the top there. And again, a bit of compression. Okay. Okay, so this one we're going to put on the tape delay. Of 8th notes. Let's try 8 dotted. There we go. There we go, lovely. Okay, double click the EQ at the top. So if you double click this area here, you're not in that. It puts an EQ in it in the next available slot for you. Okay. Alright. So put some shaker in. Great bit of crash cymbal right there as well. We do, look at that. Perfect. Now crash. Let me just do that with it. This crash sample I know quite well, so I know what to expect from it. Put too much there and there. Less down from here. That's better. Right, okay, we have that on there. And then we'll put stereo delay on it. There we go. And then compressor. Squash it right down. Okay, let's just save that. Now, on the drums, I'm thinking we should probably put that SSL drum strip because that's such a great sounding thing. So I'm going to use this one. This is the first one I'm going to use. It's not Logic, but it's such a great sounding thing, and it makes the drums sound so much better. Okay, so on, off, on, brilliant, perfect, that'll do lovely. Okay, a bit of EQ on the bass. Now you can of course put analyzer on here. I don't tend to because I like to listen to it rather than see it. So I think it's quite an important thing to be able to do. Now for the dynamics on this one, we're going to want to trigger it from the kick drum. So I've got a preset I've got on here called Basic Pump. So you can see the settings on there. And all I'll do is set my sidechain to bus 13, which is what I always have it set to. And adjust the threshold. And take the volume of the EQ down a bit here as well. Just not feeding in the compressor too much. So it's not overloading the compressor basically. Because you have to think of the signal coming down the channel, so it's coming out of the instrument, coming into the EQ, coming into the compressor. If it's too hot going to any one of those, you're going to get distortion on it. Now for this, I'm going to put delay on this as well, stereo delay probably. Like that. And then we're going to put EQ. And then a compressor again. Set to bus 13 on the side chain. Whoop. There is something about Logic's compressor, it does that pump sound. Give that compressor on there a bit more, Welly. Okay. One last thing I've got to remember to do, I've got to take this out of here because I've got it playing through the wrong thing on here, and go up to my sound settings really quickly. The project settings, is it project settings? Audio. What have I got to do? I've got to change it so that's not going to play. Oh, it's playing through now. Okay, that's better. So it's now driving the output. It was playing through the mastering on my MX1. You just go and pop in my setting. I've got a channel strip setting here. User strip setting called My Master, and this is normally what I have. So again, this isn't a Logic one. Obviously, this is the SSL bus compressor. Add limiter is the Logic one. Just set the out into -2 so it never overloads. Just bring the gain up. Until it sounds great. Give it a bit of headroom, right? Otherwise you'll be slamming our heads on the ceiling. Right, let's put this in here. Bit of EQ on here. Too much. Compressor, I thought we'd do. We're just going to all drag the compressor across from the arpeggio. Right, this is quite important to get right here, so I'm going to solo this here. Okay, just a few more little tweaks on here. This is the last part. Compressor on there. Let's go into the UVI, let's turn up delay. And there we have our Mixdown. There we go. So that's our session pretty much. Let me just flick back to the camera here. So okay, this camera here is that effect. There we go. So I apologise again if you were watching live. The internet has gone down here, so I couldn't continue with their live stream obviously because it's off. Can't do much about that. But this one would have gone up the day after. Off onto YouTube channel, so don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Get yourself over to motirecords.com, get the sample pack for this track, get the sample packs for all the other tracks I've done on these sessions. Not going to be one next week because I'm running a marathon next Monday and I'm planning on not doing a great deal, especially on the Tuesday after. It's because I'm probably going to be quite tired. So yes, hopefully I will see you the week after that. And the marathon's all gone well. But get yourselves over to motirecords.com. Get a sign up for all those freebies, the music, the DJ mixes, the videos, the sample packs. All that free stuff can be yours. Just get over to motirecords.com, sign up for it, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in a couple of weeks' time. Thanks for watching. Bye.